What's up everyone? Welcome to my review for The Life of Pi in 3D based on the book with the same name besides the part with the 3D that's not on there. And this is a movie that has been trying to be made for years and years, and some people said the book is unfilmable. I mean, it's a great book from what I've heard, but it's unfilmable. But they did. Ang Lee did it, the guy that directed The Hulk, but he also did really good movies, so I can forgive that. I'm talking about the first Hulk, not the second one. The second one's good. I like the second one. But the first one, not very good. But he directed a lot of other ones like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. See, I'm forgetting some of them. But he directed some really fantastic movies besides just that. And yeah, let's talk about it. But before I actually start, I need to say one more thing. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there, because today is Thanksgiving, of course. I hope you enjoyed your turkey, your ham, your whatever. Pi in this movie didn't get that when he was on that little boat for like almost a year with nothing besides a tiger, so you better you better be thankful. So anyway, let's get into the review with the story. The story for The Life of Pi in 3D follows, of course, Pi, the main character, as a young man and a older man. In the beginning, he is the older man. He is about 45 years old, and he's played by Irfan Khan. We've seen him in a couple movies. Lately, we've seen him recently we've seen him in The Amazing Spider-Man. He played like the secondary villain. And here he plays Pi as a older man, and he's talking to a writer played by Rafe Spall, and I think I'm saying his name right, and he's a young writer. He wants to write a really good book. He already wrote like a couple, but he has a writer's block. He wants to talk to this guy because he heard from someone that Pi has an amazing story that is completely book worthy. Being the great guy that he is, he says, alright, fine, I'll tell you my story. And it starts off with him in India with his family and a zoo, because they own a zoo, and it's talk about his religious aspects, what he believes in. He actually like follows like 3 or 4 different religions all together, and you know, the outcomes of that between his family and stuff, and blah blah blah. And then about 30 or 40 minutes into the film, they have to pack up all their animals, put them on a boat, because they have to go to, I think, America or Canada to go and sell these animals, because something happened in India where they're pretty much getting forced off their land. So they bring all their animals with them, and then boom, that ship that they are on, big storm, and it pretty much kills everybody, all the animals except Pi, which includes, that means his family is dead pretty much, and it leaves Pi alone on a boat with a tiger, a zebra, a hyena, and an orangutan. So that's where the story, leaves off. I mean, he has to, pretty much kind of communicate with all these animals, at least for the most part. Some of them start, going away. I'm not gonna spoil it, but some of them start to, and he has to communicate with these animals, pretty much somewhat build a relationship, try to survive, of course, because he's in the water for almost a year in this film. And yeah, it's just a great story. It really is. It's a fantastic story of adventure, religion, just belief. It's just a great story with a great character and a fantastic young actor playing Pi named Sarif Sharma, I think that's his name, and he is a great actor. This is his first role, and he did an amazing job here. I think I'm saying his name right. I hope I am, but because he is amazing in this film. And of course, Irfan Khan is great as the older Pi, and I really like Rafe Spall as the writer later on, not later on, in the beginning, when he's like, talking about his life and stuff. And so I think the story here is fantastic, very adventurous, and the acting for the most part is really damn good as well. So overall, I think the story and the acting is fantastic here. Like I said, Ang Lee directs this movie, and to be honest, at times I got him confused with Steven Spielberg, because there was times where the visuals and just the feeling, the adventurous feeling just was there from a Steven Spielberg film, and it really was amazing. And even though I say that it felt like a Steven Spielberg film, I think Ang Lee at the end made it his own, because at the end it just goes and gives you a whole, like, kind of like a twist in a way where it's like, oh wow, that's really good. I ain't gonna spoil it, but it goes like, what was that? I mean, what am I supposed to believe? Because you leave just going, wow, okay, what am I supposed to think now? And it's amazing how he does that too, and just the adventurous feel it has. You really care for this character and all the animals that are trapped with him, even though at first some of them are killing each other and of course hurting each other, especially the tiger. Come on, tiger's gotta eat, bro. And it's pretty emotional at times. It gets pretty screwed up, but it just has that wondrous, adventurous, very light-hearted feel at times, and I love that. Say, the visuals in this movie are absolutely breathtaking. Now, most of the visuals here aren't like big special effects. Like, most of the animals are actually special effects, especially the tiger. You can definitely tell, but there's times where that tiger actually moves and acts and looks whenever it's like roaring or something. It looks pretty real. But there's other visuals where it's like they're on a boat and then they see all these like jellyfish just like light up the water, and sometimes you just see reflections of the stars on the water, so it looks like they're just kind of floating in space, even though it's just a reflection of the stars on the water. And just visuals like that, the way they use them, it's just beautiful. And when you're getting kind of bored, if you are, I don't know why you would, because it's an amazing film, I'm just going to straight up tell you, if you're getting bored, then they'll just give you some visuals to look at and you'll be like, whoa, those are amazing. And I just think this movie is, like I said, amazing. It's just fantastic. The script here is great. The acting is amazing. I hope I see that Sarif Sharma guy in other movies. The visuals are amazing. The direction is great. This twist at the end is just mind-blowing in a way, and I love this movie. I thought The Life of Pi was great, and also the 3D actually enhanced some of the stuff. All the visuals, all that stuff coming out at you, it doesn't come at you like, you know, a typical, you know, cheesy 3D film would, but where it's like, oh, look at that. No, it's more like it puts you into the environment, and I love that. So overall, I think Life of Pi is a fantastic film. If I can say anything that's wrong with it, it does get a little slow at times. It's a pretty long movie, but that's it. That's the only problem I can think of. It gets a little slow, just a teensy-weensy bit. So I'm going to give this a 39 out of 40. This year has been amazing for films. Like, I'm not just grading these movies high because I'm like really fair on movies. No, these are just amazing films that came out this year. So Life of Pi is another one. Definitely go check it out for this Thanksgiving season. Whew, this is an amazing film. Thank you, and goodbye.